Hey guys, and before we get into today's video, I just want to wish everyone the best of health. Obviously we're in the middle of a global pandemic and it's very scary times for everyone, and we need to join together as a global community to help each other out and spread kindness and joy and basically look out for everyone that is in our lives. So your next door neighbours, your family, your friends, people you haven't spoken to, don't really care about your enemies, but anyone that you haven't, that you can see on a regular basis, just check how they're doing. We're all in this together, and it's all a very scary situation, so never be afraid to ask someone how they're doing, and more often than not, ask the people that are still working in stores that are giving you the food, the medicine and the help that we're all looking for at the moment. So in the middle of coronavirus or COVID-19, stay safe, make sure your family and your friends are safe, and most importantly, make sure the people that are out there working at this point in time are safe and happy and well looked after, because right now we need them more than anything. If you are worried about the health of yourself or your friends or your family, phone your local doctors, phone 111, that's the UK number for the NHS. I don't know what other countries are, but if you have a number, phone it. It doesn't hurt to be safe. So stay safe guys, and enjoy the video. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video by myself. No, it's not. It's not. That's the second time that I have done that. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video by myself, Zagreus. I have not done enough content for this channel to remember my new name yet, which is quite sad. But there you go. That's where we're at. I know it's been a while since my last video, which is an update to tell you what's coming to the channel, and all that is still coming to the channel. Things have just been a little bit hectic at the moment. As we're probably all aware, there is a massive pandemic going around at the moment, and it's very scary and it's very horrible and it's a little bit dangerous. The world keeps falling apart. Every month something new happens. So I decided that whatever happens, I'm going to continue making content, and I'm going to continue entertaining the people that are out there. The Doctor Who fans, the Star Trek fans, the Star Wars fans, the Fallout fans, any fans that would like to be part of this community, please feel free to join us. You'll be part of the Zagreus family. So today's video, as you can see by the title below, is taking a look at these beautiful, these sexy, and these very expensive Doctor Who Blu-ray box set. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be reviewing the packaging and what's kind of inside of each box set, but in a whole. I'm going to do three together. Now I'm doing seasons 19, 23 and 26 because they are the only seasons that I own at the moment. Last year I hit some very, very bad money troubles, which meant I couldn't get seasons 10 or 18, and at the time I wasn't actually going to be collecting them. The box set that I wanted at the time originally was season 19. What I was going to be doing originally was getting the box sets that held the episodes I didn't have on DVD and just kind of fill out my collection that way. Thanks to my girlfriend, love you Shiv, we are now collecting every single Blu-ray box set. We are down by 2, but we are now up by 5, I think? 5, yeah. We have season 12 already pre-ordered, and that's coming on Tuesday, which is the 31st of March, so today is the 26th, I think. So, yeah, that'll be coming soon, and I've pre-ordered season 14 with some birthday money, which I'll be getting on my birthday. So those will be reviewed when they arrive. But today I'm going to be looking at these, but I'm not just going to be looking at the individual box sets. I'm also going to be looking at the prices of them and giving you my opinion on how best to go about getting these box sets now, especially seeing as 6 are out, and 6 are incredibly hard to find. Almost 7. So we're going to dive right into the video. I'm going to have a quick rundown of each box set, then I'm going to review each I'm going to review the box sets as a whole, and then I'm going to give my opinion at the end. Cautionary warning, I'm going to try my absolute best not to swear, although this is a channel that is designed for an adult audience, or a general audience, a mixed audience, which ranges from 13 years old and older. I am aiming for basically collectors between the age of 18 and above, because that's where I kind of sit, so that's my kind of audience. With the pandemic going around, I'm going to limit my swearing just in case people who have children or who have nephews or young cousins are watching these videos and they don't want their little ones to be influenced. I'm going to try my best not to swear. I've got a feeling I've already sworn in this video already, and if I have, I do apologise. So let's dive straight in with season 19. So we're down here now. Crazy camera angles, I know. So the first box set I wanted to just introduce is the season 19 box set, which is the one that technically came first. It's the first box that I got. I got it in Christmas of 2018. I asked my parents for it for Christmas because I really, really wanted it. I only had Shock at the time, which I then gave away because I was obviously getting it in this. I watched it over Christmas. I was ill over Christmas, so I managed to get through all of it. I haven't watched all the special features yet, which I'm ashamed to say, but I will. Over time, I will. I wasn't as big a fan of special features before as I am now. That's thanks to season 23 of box set, which I'll get onto later. So after watching this one, I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it. All the CGI effects, the potential behind the scenes stuff that was going on, all the video quality was so much better, and I just really, really enjoyed it. And playing it on by my PlayStation, it worked out perfectly. Now this originally cost $39.99. It could be pre-ordered off of Amazon. It was bought off of Amazon if I remember correctly. It might have been. You might have been able to get it from Zoom and Zavvi. I'm not entirely sure. I wasn't too up to date back then with what was going on. But it's a very difficult box set to get, which is a shame because it is beautiful. The box is in very good condition. There's a couple of nicks here and there, but that is because this one travelled down from Scotland with me. So yeah, thoroughly love the season 19 box set. The next box set we're going to look at is the season 23. Now originally when I got season 19, as I said, I only ever wanted to get the box sets that had the most amount of stories that I didn't have. So season 10 and season 18 weren't even considered. Now I had the money to get season 18, but I never did. I went on a buying spree and bought a whole load of other stuff instead, and season 10 I never had the chance to get because I never had the money for it. There was a time that me and Shiv were living basically day to day, and obviously things like the box sets never came into it. However, season 23 was bought using money that was given to me for Christmas by my mum and her parents, so my grandparents on my mother's side. I originally had this on DVD and I watched it and I loved it. Trial of a Time Lord has to be one of my favourite Doctor Who seasons of all time, and if you've not seen it, I highly recommend going and watching it. If you can't pick up the Blu-ray box set, pick up the DVD versions. They are just as good. So as I said when I was talking about season 19, the special features in this are amazing. I've watched the majority of them and I have loved every single one of them. The only special feature that I haven't watched is the Behind the Sofa. I think that one's going to take me a little bit of a while to kind of get into, but the quality of this, the picture, the sound, everything is just amazing. So this is the box set that kind of tipped me over the edge to wanting to get all of them. It's the box set I think the one that tipped Shiv over the edge to want to get all of them as well. But this is technically the third box set we bought. Well, technically the second box set we bought together, but the third box set that I managed to own because we'd already pre-ordered season 26 at that point. So the second one to get in hand, and the third one to actually have bought. So this was bought at the very nice retail price of $39.99. It was originally pre-ordered on. I think it was originally bought Oh, where did I get you? We bought it in person. It was season 26 that we were supposed to get from Zavi, pre-ordered, but it didn't release, and there was no information kind of coming up, and people were getting their pre-orders, so we cancelled it off Zavi and pre-ordered it off of Amazon, and it arrived, I think, within a couple of days, which was perfectly fine. So yeah, this one was bought from HMV, and I love it. Watched it, finished it. I've watched season 19 and season 23 and dinged it. And then the third and final set is the season 26 box set. Now I haven't quite finished this one yet, I just have Survival left to watch. But I have been watching them and I have thoroughly enjoyed rewatching season 26. It has to be one of my favourites. Yes, season 19, season 23 and season 26 are my favourites, but I think that's just because I'm rewatching them. You'll probably find that when I review season 12, like, that one is my favourite, and then season 14, that one's my favourite. It'll just be the same as I go through the box set. So this one is really good, the pitch quality is fantastic. The special features, I haven't really had much of a chance to look at them, but they seem to be quite good. The episodes themselves are fantastic. If you haven't watched the final season of Classic Who, go back and watch it. Like I said, I've only got Survival left to watch. Definitely some good stories in this, definitely some good perks. This was pre-ordered for Christmas, so it was supposed to come out on, I think it was originally supposed to come out on the 24th of December, and then it got pushed back until the beginning of January, and then it got pushed back to the end of January. So this one we waited for a very long time, but it was worth it because it is a very beautiful set. It's a very, very nice set. So, yeah. These were all bought for $39.99. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I pre-ordered season 12. That has been bought for $39.99, and we have pre-ordered season 14. That has also been pre-ordered for... Now, it's not actually been pre-ordered for $39.99 because we signed up for Zoom. So we got it on Zoom because apparently you can get it a couple of days in advance. So we bought it from Zoom, and that cost $34.99 because we had a special voucher. It's if you sign up for the first time, you get like £5 off or 10% off or something like that. So that's what I bought it for. So very quickly what I'm going to do is I'm going to just mention the box sets that I don't actually own, and we're going to have a look at some of the severity of the prices that they've racked up to. So join me back up here.
So taking a closer look at the Amazon CEX and eBay websites, the prices aren't really kind of as bad as they once were. They've kind of fluctuated a little bit, but they are still terrible. So I'm looking at all of the box sets, including the two that I don't have, which are season 10 and season 18. So having a look at Amazon to begin with, we've got Doctor Who The Collection Season 26 for £79.95. Doctor Who The Collection Season 12 at £188.76, which is astronomical. Doctor Who The Collection Season 23 at £90. Season 10 is £129.99, and Season 18 is £134.99, with Season 19 rounding goes off with at £144.99. So this is Amazon. You can see the prices on the screen now. Having a look at CEX, we have Doctor Who The Collection Season 26 at £45, Doctor Who The Collection Season 12 at £140. Now that one's gone down, that was originally £160, but look what they buy it for. They buy it for £65, that is ridiculous. Doctor Who Season 18 is £85, which is probably the cheapest you'll ever find it. Season 10 is £82, and Season 19 is £75, with Season 23 being £45 as well. So that kind of rounds us off. Having a look at some of the eBay items now, this is Season 10. There's two there. One is £115, one is £125. Season 18, one is £89, which is pretty decent. The other one's £89 as well. I'd go for the top one because it's got the cheaper postage by a quid. On Season 19 here, on both of these sponsored posts, one is £125 and one is £109. Season 23 kind of has there's kind of a decently priced one there. It's £65, but it's kind of pushing it a little bit, especially with CEX being £45, and there's a £99 one there on eBay. Season 26, £75 and £60. That one's not kind of as expensive as I originally thought it was. Coming on to the final one, which is obviously the one we've all been waiting for. Doctor Who Season 12. Now, some of these are, some of them are quite goodly priced, but I think this is because they're the second edition. And here's some of the prices for the first edition ones, and then we'll get some of the prices for the second edition. So, as you can see in this image, £399, collector's edition 6 Blu-ray box, very rare, new and sealed. That is ridiculous. £200 for that one, £650 for this one. It says it's been signed by 14 actors. I don't know how true that is. I didn't actually look at the post, but £650 is still a ridiculous price to ask, even for a signed Blu-ray. £200 for this one, and then the reasonably priced ones, I say reasonably priced in quotation marks, so the pre-orders and for the original are $69.99, $99.95 and $59.99, and then just down there in the corner you can see that I use a light shot to take these screenshots. So that is a ridiculous amount of pricing. That is astronomical. But let's dive into the review and have a look at something that's just a little bit nicer, shall we? So moving on to the nicer things, we've got some nice video footage behind us. We are moving into the actual reviews of the box sets themselves. Now, the design of these box sets, as you can see, is absolutely beautiful. It is stunning. You've got the image of the Doctor on the front. He's surrounded by various villains from that season. He's kind of got the time vortex behind him, and he's usually holding something quite applicable to the season, like Adric's star. Each image has been specially made by Lee Bindings, I believe, and they are stunning, which is a bit of an understatement. The back has some nice artwork too, which is kind of like the TARDIS in like a unique setting, which is quite nice. Each of these box sets comes with a sleeve as well, so it kind of covers up the back artwork, but then on the back of the sleeve you kind of got all the information where it tells you what all the special features are, and it tells you kind of like all the cast details and the stories and all this kind of lovely stuff that you usually see on the bottom. So it's easy enough to take the sleeve off, as you can see, and you can see that even with the sleeve on, with the sleeve off, all of these box sets look fantastic, no matter what way you look at them. And I think that's what's most impressive about them. They always look beautiful, so you can't really kind of hold anything against them. When you open it up and you see inside the box, you are, of course, on the right-hand side, you can see the first disc with Season 19, it was Cast Revolver, then Season 23, it's obviously Mysterious Planet, and then with Season 26 it is Battlefield. But you can see them on that side, and you've got some nice artwork on the left. Behind the artwork is obviously where the booklet is held, so we're going to have a look at that in a second. But first we're going to have a look at each disc, just flicking through quite quickly. Each disc looks beautiful, and it depicts an image and characters and monsters from the episode that disc is representing. The discs are held in quite well. They do have a tendency to spin, but I don't really feel like they're going to come out. I feel like the box is kind of like really well made. It does feel like it's kind of going to stay together for quite a while, as long as you don't kind of like try and tear at it. I think if you tried to break it, it would honestly break. So you get the discs just look amazing. It says on the disc kind of like what's on it and all that kind of stuff. You can find online kind of like a full rundown of what's on the disc. I'll see if I can find that information and leave it down in the description. If not, I'll link you to the pages to find that information. So all the discs look amazing. Season 19 one, Season 23, the Season 26. They all look fantastic. Moving into the little pocket has so many nice little details. You kind of got like a nice picture of the Doctor with the TARDIS, and then you've got a nice little picture with the Doctor and his companions, or the Doctor in a certain situation. And then on the very, very inside, you have a very nice 3D rendering of the TARDIS. Now these are all kind of like different aspects to the Season 26 one. Is kind of like the dark TARDIS from Battlefield, because the set was falling apart. Season 23, and so you've got the exercise bike. Season 19, you've got the original TARDIS. So it all looks fantastic. The booklets, I'm just going to do a quick flip through. As you can see, it holds so much information. It kind of tells you what was happening with production, how it was filmed, what the reception was like. It tells you all the information of the special features that are in it, all this kind of stuff. So I really recommend reading through these. I've read through them, and they are gorgeous. These Blu-rays are just stunning. You can't get past it. You can't get past that fact that the Blu-rays are beautiful. You can see them standing side by side, lying on top of each other, kind of doing a zigzag pattern, standing with the doctors. Any way that you kind of display them, they're going to look fantastic. Season 19 obviously holds, as well as the special features that it has, the stories that come in Season 19 are Cast Revolver, Fort of Doomsday, Kinder, The Visitation, Black Orchid, Earthshock, and Time Flight. I'd have to say that my favourite from those is probably Earthshock. I'm quite fond of the Sadman story, and then the ending is quite a hard hitting one where you've got a good list of stories there. Season 23, Trial of a Time Lord, obviously it comes under the banner of that, but it does have its own individual stories. So the first 4 parts come under this title of The Mysterious Planet. The second 4 come under Mind Warp. The penultimate 4 come under Terror of the Vervoids, and then the final 2 come under The Ultimate Foe. And then on Season 26, as you can see, there's 2 versions of Battlefield. There's the DVD version and the VHS version, which I think is quite nice. The VHS versions are kind of like a little bit extended. They've got a little bit of extra footage on them, and you can't really kind of go wrong with that. You've also got Ghostlight, which does not have any VHS stuff. Curse of Fenric, which has both the DVD and the VHS. And then you have Survival. All these discs have a bonus disc at the end, which kind of has like some more special features on it. Season 23 has a recut of Trial of a Time Lord, where you can kind of watch all these stories, but they're kind of redone with different takes, so it kind of gives like a different atmosphere to the story. I've not had the pleasure of watching that yet, but I'm kind of looking forward to it. And then obviously the Battlefield and the Curse of Fenric, they have 3 different ways that you can watch it. There are the extended versions, which is kind of like the film-like version, the DVD version, and the VHS version. So those are the Blu-rays themselves. So let's move on to final thoughts.
So, final roundup, guys. It's a difficult one. Now, don't get me wrong, these box sets are amazing and they look fantastic, and when you put them next to their figures, they look great. And when you line them up and you box them up and you have them in your DVD cupboard, they look fantastic and they look beautiful and they look amazing and they look gorgeous. And the price of £40 per box set is really good, considering, I mean, Season 19 holds 7 stories in it and they're all probably about $5 each. So to get HD quality and a whole load of special features as well, some seen before, some unseen, £40 isn't too bad. I've put that the wrong way around. You can't see it, but I can, and it's annoying. So they are worth the price. The only problem is the rarity of them, which I think is the thing that is becoming that key feature, that dragging down feature of is it, isn't it? Because if you were buying them for £40 and they were readily available and you could get them for £40 and you could build up the entire collection of 26 of them, I would say yes, go for it. They are fantastic, they look fantastic, and even if you have all the DVDs and all the VHSs, it's just one more thing on your shelf that's going to look a little bit nicer. And on the plus side, these are going to take up less room. However, seeing as they are quite expensive to find, and we're already 6 in, and they're going for between £100 to £200, which is an inflation of nearly 100%, 200% nearly, it's not worth it if you're having to pay. This box set was bought for £40. It is worth £40. If the BBC sold it for £50, it would be worth £50. It's worth whatever its retail price is, plus £10 extra on top. These box sets should never be more than about £60. £60 is a pushing limit for how much they should go for, but this goes for 120 quid. £120 for a bit of cardboard, a bit of plastic, and some DVDs inside. I know I said DVDs to a Blu-ray box set, but the point still stands. It's a bit of cardboard, a bit of plastic, and some brilliant content on some discs. If you have the DVDs and you're happy with them, I would say stick with the DVDs. If you're already buying this collection and wondering whether it's worth continuing, yes, it is, because it's a great collection. I'm down by 2, and that's really going to annoy me, but I'm going to try my absolute best to find those 2 for reasonable prices. I would never go over £75, so I'm going to be looking for a long time. Unless you are a very lovely viewer who is selling Seasons 10 and 18 for about £50 each, hit me up if you are. So it's a bizarre situation. Taking out of the equation the rarity and hardness to find, I would definitely say they're worth the price. The perfect kind of way to get into the Doctor Who franchise, and at the end of the day, it's already been said, I don't know whether it's a rumour or not, but it's already been said that once these box sets have come out, that's it. No more Doctor Who will be coming out on DVD, except for like the animated stories, obviously, and all that kind of stuff. So this is the Doctor Who Classic Series final hurrah before everything goes to digital download. And honestly, if you want to watch all the classic episodes of Doctor Who and you're not interested in the special features and you don't really care whether you got the box sets or not, buy BritBox. I know, telling someone to subscribe to a streaming service is probably not a great idea, but if you want to watch classic Doctor Who and you want to watch it in a timely fashion, we're all trapped at the moment, buy BritBox. If you want to get them on disc, but you just want to watch them for the sake of the stories, get the DVDs. They're cheap, they're easy, and the quality is still pretty decent. If you're wanting a genuine collection that's going to look really nice, and it's something like a subscription every month, you'll probably be spending about £120 to £160 if you pre-order these, because they think they bring out like 3 a year, but then there's usually a 4th one, so I'm not entirely sure. I would say that it is worth buying them. It's just, don't pay ridiculous prices for them. If you're a scalper that's watching this video and you have an eBay account where you are selling these Blu-rays for astronomical prices, parents, please cover your children's ears now. Warning is over. If you're a scalper and you are selling these box sets for above £60, that's £20 profit on what you've already bought, which I think is decent. If you're selling any of these box sets for over £100, even close to £200, fuck off. That is ridiculously stupid, and you know it, and you're never going to get the money for it, and you know it, so piss off. Parents, you can undo your children's ears. I'm not going to swear anymore. So that is the end of the video. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a like and a comment. If there's something that you've seen behind me that you would like me to review or give you a closer look at, please let me know. There will be a review of Paul McGann and Christopher Eccleston coming at some point, whenever I can be bothered doing it. So yeah, the box sets, worth the money at £40. £60 at a push. Anything above that, not touching. Not touching. So thank you very much for watching, guys and girls. I hope you enjoyed. What are your thoughts and feelings about the Blu-ray box set? How many have you got so far? Are you starting your collection with season 14? Are you just buying, randomly choosing them, going, that one? Whichever you're doing, please let me know. And whatever your thoughts and feelings are on scalpers, I'm always interested for a nice, fun debate. So it's been a bit of a long one, but we've got 3 box sets done in one, and there's been a little bit of information in there as well. So that's going to be the review standard from now on. Reviewing the item, telling you how much it is worth, and where is the best place to get it. So, yeah. For the 3rd time, thank you very much for watching, and for the final time, I've been Zagreus, and goodbye.